Hey there, time travelers, ready for another nostalgia trip back to the past? Hop in, because in today's video, we are traveling back to the Pokemon era. Gotta catch them all! We've all seen the Pokemon series as we followed Ash, Misty, and Brock in their adventures as Pokemon trainers. Despite our love for the TV series, however, there have actually been several dark conspiracy theories that have spawned from this TV show. Some claim these theories are too far-fetched to be considered true, but you have to admit, when you look at the details surrounding some of these theories, you'll find it hard to disagree with their logic. And unfortunately for us, these theories are not only dark, but some of them are pretty sad as well. Don't say we didn't warn you. Number 18. Pokemon are used as food. Humans eat both plants and meat in the real world. But in the Pokemon world, what do people eat? There aren't any animals around, just Pokemon. We already know that they drink Miltank's milk. By that logic, they should be eating Pokemon meat too. We've seen Ash chow down on lots and lots of meat over the years, and there's even a few frames of Ash and Brock fantasizing about eating Magikarp somewhere in Season 1. The only explanation is what we've all avoided admitting. The characters in our favorite show are eating various types of Pokemon for their meat source. Number 17. Giovanni is Ash's biological father. The premise of Giovanni being Ash's father is quite shocking given his status as the anime's main antagonist, but it's not like it hasn't been done before. Take for example Star Wars and Baki the Grappler. Plus, it could also explain why Giovanni's Team Rocket always seems to be in the same region as the young protagonist, even though the Pokemon world is so vast. Some believe Giovanni is spying on his young son by sending his most useless bandits to keep an eye on him. This would explain why they treat Pikachu so well whenever they catch him and when they've never harmed Ash in more than 2 decades. Number 16. Misty is no longer alive. Misty's death may seem far-fetched, but evidence suggests otherwise. Misty gets licked by Sabrina's Haunter in the first season. A Haunter lick is lethal according to many Pokemon entries, so Misty likely perished after the fateful lick. She reappears in the anime, of course, however some fans believe this is because of Ash's sadness. According to them, Ash battled all of Misty's bouts from episode 25 on to keep her memory alive and her mourning Pokemon active. Number 15. Ash Ketchum died in Season 1. The first episode in the show features Ash meeting his first Pokemon, Pikachu. Pikachu electrocutes Ash and a herd of Spearows in one scene in the first episode to save them both from being attacked. However, in this theory, instead of being injured, Ash is killed by the powerful Thunderbolt. It is said that the anime depicts Ash as a ghost, and this theory makes sense for a number of reasons. For starters, it would explain why Ash does not age in the show. He remains 10 years old throughout. It also makes sense because Ash is constantly asking questions and being forgetful when it comes to basic Pokemon knowledge, which could be because he can't remember much from his previous life. Number 14. Parasect is a monster from The Last of Us. The Cordyceps fungus responsible for the huge epidemic in The Last of Us games is actually a real thing. Luckily for us, according to the 600 or so Cordyceps species found so far, the fungus can only control particular insects. Some of these species, particularly Parasect, may infect bug-type Pokemon. Most Pokédex records confirm it's parasitic fungus. Some fans think Parasect may infect other bug-type Pokemon with its spores, including Cordyceps. Number 13. N is not human. N is one of the more intriguing characters introduced in Pokemon Black and White, owing to the strong bond he has with both Pokemon and trainers. According to this theory, the mysterious character is far more than meets the eye. Many people believe that N is not a human, but rather a Zoroark in disguise, and there is questionable amount of evidence to back this up. In addition to his resemblance to the Pokemon, there are several instances in the game where players encounter a Zoroark moments before meeting N. There's even a point where interacting with Zoroark causes N to have a flashback, implying that they have a very close relationship. Number 12. Wabafets' main body is its tail. There are a few fan theories about Wabafets' tail, the first of which claims that the Pokemon is an evolved form of Unown and that its tail is a relic of its previous form. The second and more popular theory is similar, but perhaps a little more difficult to believe. Some series fans believe Wabafets' tail is the main body of the Pokemon and the large blue structure is merely a decoy. This would explain why the tail appears to have its own face, as well as why some of the Pokemon's Pokédex entries mention how it's always trying to hide its tail. Number 11. Humans invaded the planet we see today. Pokemon's continual introduction of new species is a prevalent complaint. Some fans have presented a reasonable alternative idea to explain the event. What if humans inhabited Pokemon's planet after Earth became uninhabitable? This explains why new Pokemon are continuously found and why there are so many distinctions between humans and Pokemon. If humans and Pokemon are from the same environment, they can't be too different. Children are more likely than adults to have been saved from the dying Earth, which might explain why there are so few adults in the games. Number 10. Missing no Pokemon are corrupted. Missing no Pokemon was in the original Pokemon games. In Red and Blue, glitched Pokemon gave players a limitless supply of rare candy and Master Balls. Others say Missing No is a programming glitch or a long-gone Pokemon. One hypothesis says Pokemon are saved as digital data in Pokeballs or PC boxes. The Pokemon turns Missing No if digital data is held for too long and becomes corrupt. Others have believed these are unsuccessful Mew clones, which makes sense considering their closeness to the Pokemon Mansion where similar cloning operations have happened. Number 9. Gary's Raticate is murdered by the player. This one is more about the game than the anime. Gary's Pokemon Red and Blue squad includes Raticate. He caught a Rattata early in the game, so this makes sense. When players next see Gary, the Raticate is gone, leading many to believe it perished from a combat damage. Some say Gary replaced it with a stronger Pokemon, but his tiny team of 5 makes this improbable. The fight takes place in Lavender Town's Pokemon Tower, where Pokemon spirits are placed to rest, which suggests this. Number 8. Ditto was an unsuccessful Mew clone. According to this theory, Ditto was a failed attempt by scientists to create a clone of the legendary Pokemon Mew. According to the theory, Ditto was created just before the infamous Mewtwo. There are several reasons why people believe this is possible. To begin with, they are very similar in color, but they also have similar shiny forms and weigh the same. Ditto is just a blob that appears to be a failed experiment, but it was unable to take the actual form of Mew, so it remains as its usual blobby self. Another proof is that Mew and Ditto are the only Pokemon that know the move Transform. Number 7. Ditto was created to breed Pokemon on the verge of extinction. One of the most popular theories about Ditto is that it is the result of a failed scientific experiment to clone Mew. But what if that's only partly correct? What if Ditto was created to breed the extinct Pokemon? This theory makes sense for a variety of reasons. To begin, Ditto is primarily used in the game to breed other Pokemon. However, in the first Pokemon games, there was a section called the Safari Zone where only certain Pokemon such as Kangaskhan were available. It is assumed that because those Pokemon were only found in that area, they were on the verge of extinction. According to this theory, Ditto was created to have offspring with Pokemon that were on the verge of extinction in order to save the Pokemon breed. Number 6. Every lost child in the woods becomes a phantom. The Pokédex explicitly states that phantom are spirits of children who have become lost in the forest. Though it is possible to hatch a phantom from eggs, many consider the Pokédex entry to be sufficient proof, making it one of several Pokemon with a link to missing or deceased children. Number 5. The Pokemon War killed many humans. There are numerous hints in both the show and the game of a previous great Pokemon War. Lieutenant Surge, the electric-type gym leader, discusses his Electabuzz's performance in the Pokemon War. While it is never truly discussed, there is no doubt that something occurred, even if it is not discussed extensively. And it would actually explain why there are so few adults in the Pokemon world and so many children. Maybe it's because all of the adults went to war and died, and this is why we never see Ash's father in the Pokemon anime, only his mother. Number 4. Pikachu is Ash's father. Think about it. Ash's father is never seen in the anime. He is mentioned by others as a great Pokemon trainer who went on a great journey, but that is essentially all the information that is given about him. It is never stated that Ash's father is dead, but he is simply not heard from. What if Ash's father was a participant in an experiment that attempted to transfer a human mind into a Pokemon's body, but the results were irreversible? This theory takes a lot of inspiration from Detective Pikachu, the Pokemon film, which of course isn't canon to the main storyline. Number 3. Mimikayas are dead Pichus. Mimikyu received a lot of praise for its backstory when it was first released. Mimikyu was said to want to be as popular as Pikachu, so it dressed up as Pikachu. But what if it went deeper than that? What if Mimikyu are just Pichu who died before becoming a Pikachu? And now that it has passed on, it still wishes to evolve. Mimikyu also knows Thunderbolt and shares several moves with Pichu, making the theory more plausible than it should be. Number 2. Cubone was born as a baby Kangaskhan. Another theory involving Kangaskhan, but this one has a twist. Kangaskhan, like the majestic kangaroo, are known to be motherly Pokemon who always look after their young. According to the theorists, this bond works both ways with Kangaskhan and resulted in the creation of a brand new Pokemon. According to legend, a baby Kangaskhan witnessed its mother's death at the hands of Team Rocket and was so overcome with grief that it stayed by its mother's body until it decayed. It evolved into Cubone after decaying and wearing its mother's skull like a hat. While the theory may appear dark, Pokemon die in both the anime and manga, so it makes sense. Number 1. The Dark Pokemon Trading Theory. Many Pokemon in the Pokemon world must be traded in order to evolve into their final form. Say, for example, Haunter to Gengar and Machoke to Machamp. With that in mind, many players have wondered how exactly Pokemon like Gengar appear in the wild. The only explanation could be that trainers of any wild final form Pokemon have either abandoned them or have died. While this theory is very dark, it is also most likely true, seeing as life does go on for Pokemon, with or without a trainer present in their lives. These are interesting and pretty dark theories to say the least. And unfortunately for us, a lot of them have some pretty solid evidence supporting their claims. But what do you guys think? Which theories do you believe, and which ones do you think are too crazy to be true? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, Time Travelers. Let us know what video you'd like to see next in the comments. And like and subscribe for more time-traveling videos.